And welcome to a very busy Alton Towers for my first ever Scarefest. 10 till 9 today. I'm absolutely buzzing. It's proper busy, you know. The monorail station's absolutely heaving. I'm really not looking forward to the waiting because there's going to be a lot of it. But we are here for my first Scarefest. I can't wait. Let's get in there. So a whale of a time. I think Wicker still closed. It was closed yesterday morning. It's going to be closed this morning. So probably head down to Nemesis first, I think, and we'll see how many rides we can get on Nemesis. Being MVP. You won a bag for being MVP. Tell you what, guys, we've done the Thorpe Park Fright Nights, and the theme in there was minimal, very, very minimal. Just coming through Tower Street here, and the theming is about 1,000 times better than Thorpe Park's Fright Nights. We were obviously very disappointed with Thorpe Park's Fright Nights in terms of the way that they themed the areas. There was next to none. All they did really at night was put the smoke machines on and put some lights in. But this is really spooky. This is really looking spooky. Hello, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Yeah, perfectly fine. This is absolutely great. Just walking through so far. I mean, like I said, I'm on my own. It's going to be a very boring day in terms of queuing, but I'm hoping the mazes and the late rides, the late rides. Hello, how are you? Good. So this is something else we didn't see. We never saw any Roman actors at Thorpe Park apart from the Terror Ami High School Sucks. That is all we saw. They're the only Roman actors we saw. You got to check this out from Pineapple. The chocolate fountains are absolutely amazing. Honestly, the chocolate fountains. There are a lot of theme parks, so make sure you come and check Pineapple out. This is just great. The theming that they've put in. You can see they've spent a lot of time and a lot of money in getting this looking really nice. Later on we are in the dungeons as well. So we've got, I think the only scare attraction I'm not doing today, I think, is the pirate ship one. I think. I know I've definitely got the Attic Terror of the Towers. I know I've 100% got that because I paid for that individually. And as I'm a Merlin Annual Pass holder, I got the 3 maze package. The 3 maze packages. I don't know what mazes they are yet. I think I spoke to my sister, she's an actor here, and she said it would probably be Subspecies, Project 42, and one of the others. I can't remember what she said. But we'll find out later on. We'll find someone to ask. I'm sure of it. I can't wait. It's going to be a great day. It's going to be busy, but it doesn't actually look overly busy. I'm probably going to put out about 2 or 3 mini vlogs today, because basically I'm on my phone today, and recently the camera quality has been coming quite great, but there's an app that I use, and it said that I can change the quality of the quality of the film, but to use that app it has to be under 30 minutes. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do lots of 30-minute vlogs, I think, and I might edit them in queue lines and I might upload them throughout the day, possibly. Don't quote me on it. Obviously they'll all be up by the time you've watched it, but whether it's the day of recording or not, I'm not sure yet. So we're going to walk down and we're going to do Nemesis, the B&M invert, 25 years old. So that makes it 1994. Obviously, if you watched our Alton Tower vlogs before, you'll know that we here at Theme Park Days actually prefer Nemesis Inferno at Thorpe Park. But that's all down to personal preference. Don't quote us on anything, because we just completely prefer Nemesis Inferno. But we'll see you when we're down there. Get you a little bit of time lapse. I love this walk. Alton Towers is, I'd say, my second favourite park here in the UK. Not necessarily for the rides. I mean, they've got some great rides here, don't get me wrong. Being Wicker Man, I absolutely love Wicker Man. Without thinking at the top of my head, I think it's my number 3, and 2 or 3, I think at the top of my head. It's a great ride. Obviously they've got Nemesis, which some people say is the best roller coaster in the UK. Unfortunately I don't agree, but it's my opinion. We're entitled to our own opinions. Rita, the Intamin, I can't think what it's called. The Intamin coaster, launch coaster, that's the one. The Intamin launch coaster. I made myself look a silly boy there. I do know some stuff. I do know a lot of them. Also Galactica as well. The first UK flying coaster, or it's either the first flying coaster or the first UK flying coaster. I always get that one confused. Oblivion, the first dive coaster, certainly here in the UK, and the only in the UK. It's a great ride. I do love Oblivion. Smiler, that's a record holder for the most inversions on a roller coaster. See, I know my stuff. And 13. The Intamin Family Drop Coaster, that's another great one, great theming. I'm looking forward to getting that in the dark actually, because of the theming in the queue line. But the one I'm most looking forward to is Wicker Man in the dark, because that fire really lights it up and it looks awesome. With the smoke, oh, it's going to look great. So I did say I was going to time lapse, got distracted, had to talk to you again, but I am going to time lapse now so you can see. Nemesis, the world's most intense ride experience. Now the app's telling me it's 5 minutes, but I don't know that until I go around there and look at the queue. In all fairness, I've never had to queue for this ride. Every time I've done it, it's been walk on. Can't really see that because of the sunlight. Here we go. Beware, the world's most intense ride experience. Be absolutely sure you want to be riding before joining the queue. Yes, it is clarifying on the board it's 5 minutes. So people ask me, why do I think Nemesis Inferno is better? The thing that gets me with this ride, if they classify it as world's most intense ride experience, and I just think it's rather tame compared to Nemesis Inferno. I think it's rather tame. I'm yet to have an intense ride on Nemesis. Obviously I'm sure there is times where this ride is packing in hella G's, you know, some serious G's, but I've never felt it. I've never come off it like Nemesis Inferno. I come off going, oh, I feel a little bit sick here. I've never come off the beast and said that, but there's a bit of a queue. There is a queue for Nemesis. There is a queue, but I'll spin around. I'll show you. Just come off Nemesis. That's probably the best run I've ever had on it, but I still prefer Nemesis Inferno to it. It's just not got that wow factor. Like, I don't come off it and go, wow. Like I do with Nemesis Inferno, and it's no disrespect to Nemesis. It's a very old coaster, you know, it's 29 years old, and if it wasn't for that being an invert, we wouldn't have got Nemesis Inferno. And really, we wouldn't have the connections to all the B&Ms we have in this country, in my personal opinion. And I'm about to go on another B&M coaster. I'm about to go on the B&M, well, going on Galactica. The B&M flying coaster, Galactica. I don't know what, is there advertised as a 0-minute queue? In all fairness, I've already got on more than I thought I was going to get on. I mean, we didn't really get in the park until 10:30. It's now 5 to 11, you know, and that's me walking down to Nemesis. If you've been to Alton Towers, you know it's quite a big walk to everything. You know, they're quite spaced out. This one's really the closest. Well, you got this one and Rita and, well, you got Rita 13, they're close together. Galactica and Nemesis, they're close together. Smiler and Oblivion, they're close together, but the distance between Galactica and Rita, if you were going to walk, is a distance, and Galactica to Wicker Man's a distance, Wicker Man to Smiler is a big distance, you know what? So that's what I'm trying to get at. There's a big gap. You probably got like 2 coasters I mean, the gap between Wicker Man and the Runaway Mine Train isn't a lot, you know. So it's the gap between two coasters to another two coasters. That's the big way. Yeah, well, if you understand what I mean. So this B&M flying coaster used to be known as Air back in the day. It's now Galactica. So they've taken the VAR headsets away. I never got to experience with it. Pardon? Alright, thank you. Never got to experience it with the headsets, which I'm quite grateful for, because I don't like VR. So I'm kind of grateful that I didn't get to experience it. In all fairness, I probably would have experienced it once, but anyway, the B&M Flying Coaster Galactica for my second ride of the day here at Alton Towers. It's a very unique roller coaster. It's got some really good elements in it. It does pack a little tiny bit of airtime in there, which is always exciting. And I'm going to see if the Sky Ride is open and get the Sky Ride over to Rita and 13. We'll go give the two Intamins a run. I'll spin you around so you can see the blade area. The blade recently has been removed, which is a shame. I never actually got to experience it. Every time we've come here, we haven't really had Sky Ride, Cloud Cookie Land and Dark Forest this way. Yeah, every time we've come here, we've kind of said, oh, we'll go on it. And then we've kind of said, no, actually we won't. So it's, well, I can't do it now. I would have done it if it was open today. I've got plenty of time to kill on my own, so I can do what I want. That's not me saying Rob doesn't let me do what I want. That's me saying, because I'm here. If I want to go in the teacups, I can go in the teacups. Sky Ride and toilets. I'm going to use the toilet while I'm around here. I'm so excited. I mean, it's not really themed much around here for Halloween. Sky Ride is closed. Opens from 12. I'm going to go to the toilet anyway. And we'll have a wander. Probably back up. We'll go to walk round. I don't mind walking. Because it's not too bad around here. So it's got really busy. Looked at the queue times, it's like 50 minutes, 35 minutes, 45 minutes and things like that. So I'm going to go get in the single rider queue for Smiler, I think. Could queue up in the main queue, but I'm in a single rider queue. I'm a single rider, I'll take full advantage of that. 100% take full advantage of that. Walking past the towers now. Up to the towers. Being there later for the attic tower of the terrace. Definite. Subspecies is up there as well. I don't know where. So I've never been to a Scarefest before. So I'll have to be asking for information from people later. Still a lot of people coming in the park now. So where I'm standing, looking straight down Tower Street, there's a lot of people coming in. So I'm now going to I'm going to get in the Guess Now Infinity Coaster, the Smilers, single rider queue. Oh, that single rider queue. Just missed the whole 50-minute queue and there's only one person in front of me. Lovely. God, for the Smiler, it's single riders queue. Spit it out then. I've just completely skipped, waited like 2 minutes, a 50 plus minute queue for the Smiler. So that was good. I think I'm going to have a little take a walk over to Hex, I think. I love Hex, so I've got all day. I don't have to do coast to coaster like I would on a normal day. Because normally it's a 10 till 5 or 10 till 4. So it's nice to be able to just do what I want. So I still haven't really found out about the mazes yet. I haven't really found anyone to talk to. I think I booked them for around like 4:15, I'm not too sure. So the only thing I think I'm doing is when it gets to 3 o'clock, go into one of the mazes and just say, oh, what do I do? So I've absolutely no idea. Only one time I ever bought a ticket for a maze, that was at Cheshunt for Creepy Caves. And that was literally, you got your ticket, you had a time, you go there. Simple, nice and easy. But I've got so many tickets. There's at 8. Oh, that opens from 1. So at 1, I'll go there and find out what's happening. Gotta go dungeons quickly. See the sister. So I've got to go dungeons. Like, brief go past there. And then I'm coming back and do Hex. I've heard Hex isn't doing good. I've spoken to someone who, if we see, she'll say hello to the vlog. She said it's not very good today. Apparently there are no lights in there or anything. So it's not too great, but we're going to go find out because I absolutely love Hex. If you've watched our Alton Towers vlogs before, you'll know that it's not just one of my favourite dark rides, it's one of my favourite rides of all time. So, absolutely buzzing for that. Maybe while we're here, down this end, we'll go see what Rita and 13 are doing. But last time I checked, I think Rita's on 45 and 13's on about 35, I think. So, big queues. But that was expected. I knew it was going to be busy. It's a Friday. But I'm hoping when the mazes open at 1 o'clock, the queues for the coasters will die down a little bit. But I'm not holding out. But I'll speak to you soon. If you haven't seen, this is what's new for Alton Towers in the 2020 season. The world of David Williams. Williams. You can see here. I don't know what this is. It's going to be a ride. There's going to be a ride, and I'm presuming. What I think, in my honest opinion, Cloud Cuckoo Land has been a flop, in my opinion. So maybe we're going to see a whole retheme. Maybe we're going to see a complete whole retheme of Cloud Cuckoo Land. So I have to collect some tickets for the dungeons for tonight. I've got 2 runs through on the dungeons. I've got 6:30 and around about, I think it's 8:15, I think. So, 2 marvellous runs on the dungeons. There she is, over there, the Queen of Speed, Rita. Good ride, it's a very good ride. My only issue with it is it's over and done with so quickly. Like as soon as you launch, just like over and done with. It's like Stealth, but without the height and the airtime, I think, really, in my opinion. So, like I said, I'm going to go do Hex now. There's going to be a lot of recording because, like I say, I'm on my own. And recording's just nice and easy, so pass the time by. Hex, Legend of the Towers. So, Hex, amazing as always. I love it, absolutely love Hex. Such a great ride. It's that element of confusion all the time. And it really gets people. If I kind of understand how it works, kind of. Yeah, Google. I kind of get it. The Coma Madhouses are really absurd rides, you know. They're really strange. And if you don't understand it, you won't understand it. It's constant illusion. How does it work? How does it work? And I'm not going to tell you how it works, because I don't want to ruin the fun. But I know that's how I understand it, and I get to sort of where people, I've done it so many times now, I can start accepting the theming side of things, where before I was going on there for the story, but now I'm going on there looking at the theming, listening to everything, and it's still one of my favourite rides. I absolutely love it. Hex, you're a beauty, as per usual. Now I've got to go to the box office, because I've double booked myself on one of the mazes. I asked the guy in Hex double booked myself on one of the mazes. I've double booked the dungeons and the attic. So I'm now going to the box office in Tower Street to try and get a different time for the attic, otherwise I'm going to be annoyed. Silly mistake, my own fault. I didn't realise I booked it so late. But I'm going to see if we can go get it changed. Because I've got the dungeons are 6:30. That's a 45-minute attraction. Can't at 7:15, I'm back in at 8. So I've got to go get it, see if I can get it earlier, as early as possible. I'm pretty sure it's indoors, so I'm sure it doesn't matter what time I get it. So I'm going to go pay my little heart out for it. I just looked on the app and the concerning issue is still no updates on Wicker Man. I knew it wasn't going to be open first thing. Been tipped off before I got here from someone. It's already here and it was put on the Alton Towers Twitter page. So I still don't know what time it's opening. What I'm going to do is, after I've been to the box office, try to sort this ticket out for the attic, Terror of the Towers. I'm going to swing around to Wicker Man and see if I can get something sorted and maybe go do the rapids. I think the rapids are on 15 minutes last time I checked. Not really the weather to be doing rapids, but got to get it done. The coast is starting to get really busy. Smiler was up to 70 minutes earlier, so where I skipped a 50-minute queue. I mean, I could do that all afternoon, to be honest. Problem is, you do get a bit of pain in the old noggin from it. So Rob's just messaged me, live update, because I do live updates on Twitter. Live update, the A120 is clear. Cheers, Robert. So yeah, box office. I'm going to swing around to Wicker Man and see if I can find any information out, because I'm sure there'll be someone out in the front. There you go, Rob. There's the hog roast. You're wondering why it weren't a Friday night, it's up at Alton Towers. Sorted it. The guys in the box office was awesome. Come check out the chocolate fountain. Yeah, guys in the box office are awesome. Changed it to 3 o'clock so I could do all the mazes. I've got 2 hours to do the three scare mazes package thing I've bought. I've got 2 hours from 4:15. So I've got till 6:15 in the dungeons at 6:30. So I've got 3 o'clock for attic. 3 o'clock attic. 4:15. I'll probably go do. I want to do I want to do the outside one. I think that's Runaway Ortonville Mine Tools, I think it is. I want to do that. The latest one I could get. The very latest one I can get. It's an outside one, I believe. So I haven't seen any POVs or anything of these, so I have absolutely no idea what I'm expecting at all. Which is the difference between the 4 ones, because I know what I was expecting. So completely new mazes. Haven't seen any POVs. Deliberately didn't look up POVs. I don't know if there's any out there. Deliberately didn't go watch them because I wanted it to be a surprise. Now, anyway, I'm now going to swing around to Wicker Man and see if there's anyone on there out the front that I can ask if they know what time Wicker Man is going to be open, because I do want to get on that. Like I say, I've got half 6 in down, just 45 minutes. That's going to be 15:15, providing there's no queue, because apparently they're queuing still. If there's no queue, I'll get out there 7:15. I can come back, get on Wicker Man. I can get on Wicker Man in the dark, and then go do the last dungeons, and then come back and get on something else in the dark. Hopefully there's no queues. Providing there's no queues. But we're now going to walk over there and see if we can speak to someone. Go by the bullet because I want to know. I've done, obviously, Nemesis, Smiler, Galactica. I've done two of the 3 big ones, apart from Wicker Man. So I'm going to go find out if there's anyone on the front. Apparently the Wicker Man is down for maintenance. That is not a good sign. Stunning roller coaster. Stunning roller coaster. Apparently it's down for maintenance. What is the time? It's 1:25. I'm going to get some food. I think I'm a bit peckish. So I'm going to go I'm going to go get on the sky ride. I think I'm going to sky ride it down to down by Rita and 13. Go to the burger kitchen, get myself a burger. I think go get myself a burger and go see what I can do down that end. So I decided that I'm going to take a nice peaceful break and then go on Sky Ride. I'm going to get it spin around so we can do Wicker Man here. Look at this view.
Every lake, cascade, fountain or general water feature in Alton Towers Resort is served by the natural springs in the nearby Weaver Hills. So next time you're here, you can rest assured that the water you see...
Absolutely gorgeous views of Wicker Man there.
Now, while we're talking water...
Anyway, like I said, I've decided I'm going to have a little break from walking around. I went on the Sky Ride. I think I'm going to go get some food, I think. It's screaming. I'm not sure if that's the audio playing in here. Ooh, we're stopped. We're now just floating around. Probably because we're coming near the station, I would have thought. Like I say, I'm going to go get some food and I'll speak to you in about half an hour's time. And we'll find something to do from there. I've just had some lunch in the burger kitchen. Still much prefer the grill at Full Park. Hands down, can't get my rib burgers from there. Oh, it's so busy, everything. Went a single thrill ride just under 40 minutes. So I think it's going to have to be smaller single rider queue again. Just to pass the time. To get on the attic. Even Hex has gone up to 25-minute queue. I mean, as you can see, it's so busy. I've been advised to get to my mazes early though, because I still will have to pull the queue. So I don't know how well that's going to go down, but it's these subspecies and the attic is down there. So I'll go up to the attic at around about 2:45, I think. You never know, they might even let me in a little earlier. We can only hope. So I think it's smaller single rider queue. Single producers again. Oblivion's now. In all honesty, with that being at 40 minutes, no chance. As much as I love Oblivion, it's not worth a 40-minute queue because it is literally, you come out of the station, you go up a lift hill, you go round, and you go down the dive, and then come round. It's so quick, over and done with, so I will not wait 40 minutes for that. So we've got an hour and 10 minutes to our first maze. I don't know what I'm saying, my first maze of the day. Attic, Terror of the Towers. So I was going to go do Spinball with it, it's advertised in 20 minutes. It's not 20 minutes, it's queuing out. Obviously people are looking at the sign saying 20 minutes and going and queuing. But good news, Wicker Man is back open. Well, for the first time today. It's a 50-minute queue. I'm just going to go bite the bullet and go on it. I love Wicker Man. It's definitely worth a 50-minute wait. So I'm going to go take a walk over past Muni Bay and get on Wicker Man. 2018 GCI Wooden Roller Coaster here at Alton Towers. So, after an hour and 15 minutes, I'm finally out of Wicker Man. It was advertised at 45 minutes. I got rushed down, absolutely rushed down to the 8 because I was supposed to have been there 15 minutes ago. I'm worried they're going to turn around and say I'm too late to go on. It's now advertised at 90 minutes, but it's just that it was advertised at 45. Why isn't it at 45? You know what I mean? It's a long wait. Sorry if the camera's jerky, but I've really got a fast walk now. I'm not running. Not running. I'm sure they'll be fine with it. I'm sure there's probably a queue from around about 1:30 still lapping up. But yeah, I'll speak to you when I'm down at the 8 because I'm going to have to walk a lot faster than what I'm walking now. Me and Andy here, we've just come out of the attic Terror of the Towers. There's a very strange one, but before you get my opinion, we'll talk to Anthony. What did you think of the attic?
I could barely see after the whole thing. It was just so dark and just
dark.
Lights everywhere.
What did you think of it? What did you think of the acting quality?
That was amazing. Totally amazing.
Would you say it's better than the one? Because Anthony works at Chisholm. So would you say that they're better than the Chisholm mazes?
The ones I've been in, yeah. There's one of them which is sort of on par.
Is that Creepy Caves?
Yeah.
Creepy Caves is quality. If you haven't done that, you've got to go Chisholm and do it.
And then there's other family ones as well, which are more sort of Darkest Depths and those sort of ones.
Yeah,
well.
I haven't done Darkest Depths, and I'm not going to be doing it today because I knew it was a family-based maze and time scale. I'm only here for one day as well, so time scale doesn't let me. But what would you rate that out of 10?
7, 8?
7, 8. That is a good quality maze. It wasn't your typical scare maze, like, I'm going to kill you, don't come near me or I'm going to kill you, was it? It was a kind of a freak show, really, in a way, I'd say. They were very creepy, not scary. Like, it was. I'm not going to do a spoiler. We've got to do a review on the Fright Nights Thought Park, and this will be another video, Scarefest review. But they were almost like psychopaths, really, in a way, weren't they? So it wasn't a I'm going to kill you maze at all. But that was actually a very good maze, and I'd probably rate that around about an 8. I'd put that in the mix of some of the better ones that I've done, for sure. So I've got a little bit of time before I go and do my other mazes. So we'll speak to you in a bit. So I've decided I've got about 13 minutes until I'm doing my second maze. So what I'm going to go do, I've got 3 mazes. I'm pretty sure it's Subspecies, Project 42 and Altonville's Mine Tours. So I'm going to go down to the Sky Road and get the Sky Road over to Nemesis and go do Project 42. It's Project 42 time. Time for our second maze of the day. I can't wait. That was a really, really high quality, intense maze. I just feel a little bit disappointed with it. I just think with the way it was set out, the music, the lighting, the just pure quality theming, I just feel like it was a little bit left out with the amount of actors. I think there was about 6 or 7 actors in there, which normally would be a right amount for a maze. But the size of that maze, you could have done with more, 1 or 2 per room section, you know. And because of the music was so loud, which really was good. Don't get me wrong, I'm really not complaining about that because I really like loud audio when it comes to mazes. You couldn't hear the actors acting. It was almost as if it was just a person there staring at you. and that was just simply because of how loud the music is. Other than that, that was such a quality maze. And the two mazes I've done here, not as good as Creek Freak, right? But they're not as good as the Blair Witch, the first run through I ever had on it this season. But other than that, the other mazes, I think both of those are better than Platform, in my personal opinion. Most people are going to tell me I'm wrong for saying that. In my opinion, I think both of those mazes I've just done are better than Platform 15. They're more intense. Alright, Platform is intense because you're walking through a tunnel, but I just think that's a lot more intense, both of those. However, I just think you're going to have the actors in there, you either get more of them, so there's more of an impact when you see an actor, or turn the audio down just a little bit so you can hear the actors acting, because they were screaming at you but you couldn't hear them. Great, it started to rain. I'm happy about that. So I'm gonna find my way back to the main theme park, and I'm gonna go do Subspecies. I think what I want to do, because I got told 2 hours on my thing. I've got 2 hours to do all the mazes on that 3 package, the 3 maze package. I've got 2 hours, so I'm gonna get Subspecies done. And as it started to absolutely belt down, I'm going to go get some cover somewhere. I've got till around about 5:15, so if I go get in the queue for Altonville Mine Tours around about 5 o'clock, it won't be dark, unfortunately. You're right. Unfortunately, it won't be dark, but I'm going to have to do. Because I can't change one of the mazes, you know, the other 2 are indoors. I can't change the other, so we're just going to have to cope with it being in the daylight. I hope the action makes up for it. So I'm going to go do some species and then get some cover. Hopefully this rain stops sometime soon. As you can see, it started to rain. I've just come out of Project 42. Just going to go do Subspecies. Quick little brief live update, I suppose. It was good. Audio needs to be turned down. That's all I'm saying. Audio needs to be turned down. The rest is absolutely amazing. Good quality maze. So, we're about just come off Subspecies. That's definitely the best maze I've done here. That is a great maze. There's not much I can really say that was bad about it. It's just, it's not Creek Freak. You know, Creek Freak was really, really intense. They do split you up in that maze, which is always good. I like a good old split up. Yeah, I'll give that one a good 8.5. 9. That's just below Creek Freak, if you ask me. I'd say that is the best maze I've done yet, for sure. My only real bad thing that knocks it down is you get given, you put your bags in a holder in the queue line around the side, and you come out over the far end of the towers, but you have to walk back round to the queue line to get your bags. They haven't thought that through at all. I'm not impressed with that one bit. So I'm going to go get my bags, but that's obviously 3 of the 4 that I'm doing done, and we'll speak to you soon. It's really picking up the rain. Just come out of the Altonville Mine Tours. Really good maze, really good maze. Not as good as, I don't think it's as good as Subspecies, but it's still a really good quality maze. Dark bananas. It's very dark and it smelled like bananas. The smell pods they used smell like bananas. We'll go that way, because it's 25 to 6. Yeah, good quality maze, good acting. They're not afraid to touch you here. This is the difference between here and Fort. They're not afraid to touch you. They don't really touch you at Fort, but they do here. Everyone gets touched, and I like that. Obviously, you still can't touch them. You can get touched. So it's a good quality maze. I would give that a 7, 6.5, 7. Still, all the mazes have been really good quality. I'm really impressed. It's dungeons time. Now this looks impressive down here in the dark. It's time for our first run on the Alton Towers dungeons of the day, night, whatever you want to call it. It's just gone 6 o'clock. Nearly after this, I'll be going to get on Wicker Man in the dark. At the dungeons, great run through. As per usual in the dungeons, the actors are always top class in there. And I'm not just saying Xmas is the works there, but they are, everyone is top quality in there. Unfortunately, by the looks of things, I'm not going to be able to get on Wicker Man in the dark because we're back in the dungeons in less than an hour, and Wicker Man is well over an hour queue. So unless I go in and get on it straight after dungeons, but I'm not sure what time I'll be out of the dungeons, and will I be in time to get on Wicker Man in the dark? I'm not sure, so gutted, because I've always wanted to do that. Might just have to come up on fireworks night. I may have to come up on fireworks just to do it, even though it's ridiculous queues on. If it's anything like it was last year, I think it was 3 hours for Wicker Man in the dark last year, but that was his first year, so it might not be as excessive this year. But you know, we're going to get a hot drink because it's freezing. We're wet, so wet and cold and horrible. Yeah, we're going to get a hot drink, and then we're probably just going to wait around to get the dungeons again. So unfortunately, there's absolutely no chance of me getting on Wicker Man in the dark. We're waiting to go back in the dungeons again. In 10 minutes time. I think it's 5 to 8 now. So the park closes at 9, so there's absolutely no chance of me getting on it. Which I'm absolutely gutted about, which means I'll just have to come back at a later date. Hopefully come back on fireworks or towards the end of the Scarefest season with Robert, maybe, I don't know. It's been a good day. I'm hoping they're still doing stuff at the other end of the park, but obviously due to they've been having like licensed music up there, and obviously we haven't got the license to show the music. So if I would like to show you what's up there, because they've normally got the people dancing up there and things like that. So, but if they have, I can't show you obviously. But if not, I'll as soon as we're at the dungeons, I'll wrap the video up. And it's been a good day. Wow, I'll tell you what, got out of the dungeons at about 4 minutes to. I was standing and talking to my mother. I ran from the dungeons to Rita. And I've never seen people close rides as quick as they did. I was watching the time on my Android phone, so I could see the seconds. And the very second it turned 10 o'clock, they locked those gates. No chance of stragglers. I mean, I run, right, and nothing. You can see I just run, and then as they went, and we're done, walked straight past me, as if I weren't even there. Like, come on, Alton Towers, show a little bit, just a little tiny bit of leeway. I was like, what, a second after 10 o'clock? Ridiculous. Not even 10 o'clock, sorry, 9 o'clock. I forgot it's a 9 o'clock close. But going on to positive, just had a second run through on the Alton Towers dungeons, and it was great, as always. It's always great. Unfortunately, I didn't get to ride Wicker Man in the dark, but I did get on Wicker Man. Did get on a few rides today. I got on Nemesis first, Galactica, Smiler twice, been on Hex, done on 4 out of 5 mazes, had 2 run-throughs on the dungeons, so I've had enough to do today, but I didn't get on all the coasters, which is unfortunate, just because of how busy it was. I'm going to go now and meet my sister. But it has been overall an okay day at Alton Towers. It hasn't been my favourite day at all, but it's a shame. It just felt like a late night close. Up the top is brilliant, but there's nothing down here. As soon as you get out of Tower Street, there's like nothing. You walk through towards like Wicker Man, the odd pumpkins scattered around, but other than that, there's nothing really. The dungeons have got stuff, you know, like they've got these body bags here, but that's just what they normally have out, you know. So it must just be a thing with Merlin Parks this year. Thing one area and that's it. And but other than that, it's been an alright day. So Alton Towers, I was 1 second late. Have some leeway. Come on. Right, we're here at Alton Towers. I have theme park days and we are out. I did forget to say quickly, just before I end the vlog, my opinion on whether this is better than Thorpe Park's Fright Nights. There's a lot of pros and cons, you know, a lot. I'm not entirely sure. The mazes, yes, I think I did prefer overall the 4 mazes I've done, apart from Creek Freak, have been better than the Thorpe Park mazes. But the overall feel is about the same. So I actually don't know. I'm gonna say Thorpe Park's probably a little bit better because at night most of the places get filled with smoke, lights. So end of the day, I'm not sure whether I prefer it. But we'll be doing a review video, like I said we will, probably some point over the weekend or over the next week. But yeah, so thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and that's TPD. We're out.